Orozco from the United States.
Team Uruguay has also, done very well in these past couple of days. So it's going to be interesting to see, these heavier weight divisions, because they're difficult. The lightweight divisions are fast. The lightweight divisions, it's totally different in terms of technique. It's totally different in terms of the speed in which in which techniques are applied.
Absolutely.
These heavier guys, they have to be much more cautious of what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Because any hit, it could knock you out.
Absolutely. Yep. You're absolutely right on that.
So it's a totally different, method of working. Totally different game plan. And it's great to see these Pan Am fighters, in these heavier divisions. Obviously we're used to seeing Americans, in all the divisions. But seeing the Central and South Americans as well compete in middleweight, light heavy, heavyweight, it's always interesting as well. So, we look forward to seeing Uruguay against U.S. in this middleweight final.
Yes, that is Emiliano Gonda from Uruguay. About to step in the cage, Emiliano Gonda. There is the Uruguay representative. Is it me, or could both of these gentlemen be long-lost brothers?
Huh?
They look very similar. They look very similar.
Now that you mention it, they go to the same barber as well?
Yeah, they're very alike. Same body type.
Gilberto Lopez, the referee.
Here we go. 185 gold medal matchup. Here we go.
Good thing they're wearing different uniforms.
Angle work. And the takedown. Good heavy takedown. Emiliano doing the right thing that he needs to do, use the cage to get up. But Anthony recognizes it and goes straight for that leg and pulls him back out of that cage. There he goes. Emiliano used the cage to stand up. Very well done.
He's up.
High crotch. Good single leg takedown. Nice reverse by Emiliano.
I think he should look to stand up. Get that distance, try to get his hands in. Nice
high
takedown.
crotch takedown, yep. Isolated that arm, looking for a crucifix position.
Elbows are not allowed in the amateur division. Had they been allowed, he was in a perfect spot to land.
Yep. Again, the Uruguay fighter smartly backing up towards the cage, putting his back towards the cage. Hopefully he can get up again. Anthony's not having any of it. He's just trying to keep him down.
It might not seem acid. Those are heavy shots.
Oh, yeah. Those are big boys. Nice.
Now it's Uruguay's turn.
Uses that cage. Good round.
That's the end of the first.
Good first round. Anthony with his wrestling was able to secure that first round. Good takedowns, good ground and pound. But the Uruguay fighter not phased. He kept just standing up, kept looking to stand up. Actually had a little reverse towards the end of it.
Going into the second round, Sony, well, if you were the Uruguay coach, what game plan would you want to apply? Because he is seriously out-wrestled.
He is being out-wrestled. It's the same plan, we've been seeing with all the USA guys. We got to get distance, and we can't stand in front of them. If you stand in front of them, you're giving them time to set up that shot. You got to be constantly moving, and throwing something at them. Small jabs. You can't throw anything more than 3 punches or 4 punches because that's going to give them time to get that takedown. So small, 1 jab, 2 jabs, move. If you see an opening for a big shot, take it. But we can't stand in front of the American fighters. They're looking to take us down.
And here we go.
There we go. We got to move in circle. There you go. Circle. Anthony has double underhooks. Oh, there he is. Another takedown. Anthony with the ground and pound.
Trying to create some distance there.
Anthony able to keep his opponent on the ground. Yep, see if it passes, he did pass.
Yeah, the Uruguayan fighter created that space himself, so the U.S. fighter didn't even have to do that.
Exactly.
So Uruguay, he has to keep his opponent much closer, otherwise he's going to be eating those shots, all day long.
Yep.
He can't allow the American to create so much space when you're being punished, at that proximity.
Absolutely correct.
And if he's going to be looking for a submission, he better secure that arm before he attempts anything. Otherwise, he's going to be in a worse position himself.
Yes, sir. The referee asking for action. We need an explosion from Uruguay or something to get up. Seconds. And that's the second round. See another dominant round for Anthony. Team USA.
He's going to have to look for something. He's going to have to look for something going into the third round. So you're there in the corner. You're going to have to try something else, you know. Except the U.S.'s wrestling is just so, you know, so superb. It's really hard, you know, to compete against somebody, you know, with a much higher wrestling level, you know, than yourself. So you're going to have to you're going to have to look for different options.
It's a distance. They keep standing in front of them.
Yeah.
It's even if you know the takedown's coming, like you said, if you're fighting somebody that has really, really good wrestling, you're not going to be able to stop that takedown if you're right in front of them.
Yeah.
You need a move. You need a move. You need a move.
So if you were the U.S. coach, would you look to finish this fight?
I'd ask him to keep doing what he's doing. You know, you want to be cautious. The Uruguay guy does look very strong still. You know, you don't want to get caught with an overhand or with the hook or something, and might cost him the fight that he's winning easily right now. So I'd tell him to keep doing what you're doing, man. If the finish is there, take it, but don't force it, you know? There we go. See, he starts right. He starts circling. But then he goes right back into the middle and stands right in front of him.
You know, I think they're here to make a statement. Team USA is, you know, and so many federations and associations have gone through the IMMAF representation of the U.S. that, you know, I think it's really important for the new U.S. team to, you know, show good work. And this is the best U.S. team I've seen ever in IMMAF, you know, and hands down, they've been dominant, you know, in these Pan Ams.
Absolutely, they have. He's in good position to set up an arm triangle.
But you know what? The U.S. fighters felt the Uruguay's fighters' hands. You know, they have great Muay Thai in Uruguay.
Yeah.
His coach is a great Muay Thai coach.
Yep.
You know, so I guess to the ground it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
knee on belly there. Securing the arm as well.
So he's trying to set up the head and arm choke, which he's kind of giving it to him. Anthony Orozco with that knee on belly. Heavy ground and pound, some heavy ground and pound. Very good top control.
Uruguay team doing a good job of protecting themselves as well. Though he's been dominated, he's never actually been in a terrible position.
In danger, yeah. He's not taking significant damage, you know. He's getting hit, but he's smartly protecting himself, as we would say.
Correct.
Little front shoulder roll might do the trick. Looks like USA is content with ground and pound and cruise control.
Well, that's been the U.S. team the entire Pan Ams. Yep. You know, they're very cautious of what they do. You know, they're very careful to really not change their game plan because it's been working.
It's been working.
You know, and they've all, you know, they've looked great. Uruguay looked great as well. You know, it's great to see these guys, even though you do have, you know, a tougher opponent in front of you. You weren't fully dominated. You weren't, you know, you were competitive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that's what we want to see.
Exactly.
We want to see Latin American teams start being competitive to the great MMA superpowers, as is the U.S., as is Russia, you know, all of that. So, a great display that we're seeing, you know, of quality amateur MMA here.
Mixed martial arts.
And, you know, hands down, this U.S. team, best team ever for an IMMAF competition.
Very dominant, and I'm very impressed with all the USA fighters so far that I've seen. That's 4 gold medals already for the USA, and all four performances were dominant. Very, very strong team. And again, not to say anything bad about the other fighters, man. Uruguay came here and gave it all they had, you know, and he didn't get finished. You know, he stood it there. He was defending himself smartly. He did everything he could, you know. Go back to the drawing board. Let's do it again.
The Uruguay Federation, this is their first international event with IMMAF, and they did a great job. They did a fantastic job being the first event, and we look forward to seeing them, you know, improve. We look forward to seeing them, you know, in the Worlds as well, which is where we pair up everybody against everybody, the entire IMMAF family. And hey, it was a great fight at the end of the day. You know, just because you lose doesn't mean you didn't win something. They're gaining a lot of experience in these events. You know, they're gaining a lot of experience. These kids are not going to be new next time they step into a cage. You know, they've traveled the world. They've traveled to a different country. They've fought quality opponents. Hey, and that's going to give you the confidence you're going to be needing stepping into the next competitions.
Absolutely.
At the blue corner, from United States, Anthony Orozco.
And USA takes gold medal number 4.
We're going to have to check how the gold medal counts are, you know, to see what the final positions were at the end of the Pan Ams.
Again, the spirit of sportsmanship, beautiful.